Hello, welcome to Clutch My Pearls, the podcast where I, Emily, learn all about the smut that my friends are reading. As always, I'm joined with Vanessa and Barbara.
Hi.
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 We're all feeling fine and perfect and ready.
Yeah. I'm
and
good.
There's not somebody gardening nearby with loud tools and equipment that might pick up on the mic track if it starts up again.
Maybe there is.
It'll be like that episode where suddenly there were fireworks going off in the background.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That was on 4th of July when we did that?
New Year's, maybe?
I don't remember.
There's no way to know.
That was at the old house. It's so long
That
ago.
was a long time ago.
Wow.
Aww.
Season 1.
We've come
Original.
so far.
Yeah. We have a Barbara book this week.
We do.
What you got for us?
Oh, before that, I want to tell you, you know how we're witches?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
There's so many things we've manifested.
My Aunt Karen was listening to the episode Done and Dusted, I think it was. Where
Yes.
we were talking again about how, like, I think I've been on a pony and, like, whatnot.
Right.
And she was like, I was just going through all of my boxes of childhood photos from, like, all the cousins, and I have evidence that you have been on a pony. And I was like, I knew it. But then the real Are We Witches, this episode hasn't even come out yet, so she doesn't know at the time that we record this.
Right.
And when she was talking to me, she had a dream that she met Taylor Swift
What?
at a book event and told her, oh my God, my niece loves you. She's got this podcast, Clutch My Pearls. You can follow them. Everyone on the
what
internet.
episode did you say you would die if she listened to the show?
Well, there's no way to know.
It's one that at the time of recording is not out yet.
Okay.
It's like coming up real soon.
Okay.
So she just had this dream and she was like, yeah, and Taylor promised to check it out. And I'm like, oh my God, we're manifesting.
I mean, I'm putting
she
it out
swore.
there. Taylor's really into it. She listens to it like when she's on the bus and she goes, ha ha ha. It's so nice to have like girlfriends.
Taylor, check out our Patreon. We have 3
Yeah.
different tiers. You can pick anyone you want.
Anything you
God.
want. Anything you want.
We do this for you.
Anything.
anyway.
Everything for Taylor.
My Aunt Karen is a witch.
Wow.
She's one of us.
Manifest.
One of us.
Oh, I love that.
One
what else
of
can we
us.
manifest?
One of us.
I'm going to manifest my notebook, which I left out of the way.
Oh. How do you feel about this book this week?
You asked us to have high energy.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing it. How do I feel about this book? I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so last episode, Vanessa gave us some nasty
Yeah, she's a dirty baby.
cowboy daddy, dirty
No
baby.
penetration.
There's no way that episode is going to be monetized on YouTube, which is fine. YouTube daddy is mad at us.
It's fine. We're useless. We don't care about him anymore.
Come to Patreon. That's where
Oh
we will
my
be
God.
forever. I did a pendulum swing in the complete opposite direction.
Uh-oh.
Remember Love Light Farms?
Oh,
Is this the
same book.
BK Borison?
Not the same author, but get in that zone. You with me?
Okay.
This is
Hallmark
not
movie.
This is not smut. This is
Leggings.
a rom-com. This is just we need to keep perspective because this is teaching you and like whether or not you clutch your pearls. I don't know if you will for this one, but
Do
Did
we
you-
fuck?
we fuck. Not us.
Is this a book that's popular?
Insanely
So
popular.
I've seen it on the shelves.
Is it Allie Hazelwood?
No. Speaking of Allie Hazelwood, I can't remember, but I think The Love Hypothesis is still the one that has the most reviews we've ever done on Goodreads. It has like 1.7 million almost.
Yeah.
This
Wow.
one's close.
Whoa.
This is called People We Meet on Vacation
Is this Emily Henry?
by Emily Henry.
I see this book all
Yeah.
the time.
Very
They're-
curious.
They're making a movie.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Blue
that'll-
cover?
Orange.
Orange.
Yeah.
But Book
Right.
Lovers
There's
is the
also
one.
pink too in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beach Read and Happy Place. And like she's huge.
Huge.
Very popular. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to read it because it seemed like it might be, if I'm going to read something like this, I want
You
it
gotta
to
be brave.
Yeah.
Real nasty.
But this one, I feel like I'd be like, God, get to it, you know?
Do you want to blind guess where the first coming is on?
How many pages?
Yeah, excellent question. I had this hidden just in case somebody walked by and creeped on my shit.
Emily?
It says that it's 382 pages, but I think my Kindle has it as like 372. So do what you want.
297.
297.
Wow, 252.
Oh my God, 257.
Wow.
First kiss is 253.
Oh.
This
I'm
is why
out.
I said get silly, get high
I'm
energy
out.
because
I'm
we're
out.
not.
Is there banter?
There's
Is there
banter.
building to it?
You guys are already mad.
I'm just...
Before we recorded, we're all tired. We're stressed about things we have to do. There's yard work going on, and I'm like, please have fun.
Is this like White Lotus where it's like different people? You haven't seen White Lotus, have you?
No, I have not.
Okay. Okay.
But she's
not.
on vacation at a resort.
No. But I think the actress who's playing the main female character in this is in White Lotus.
There's no way to narrow it down.
There's really no way.
No.
It's not, what's her
Jennifer
face?
Coolidge.
Thank you.
Or Parker Posey.
No.
I wonder if it's the girl who was, she was also in that show that I keep talking, the one show I watched.
Dallas?
No, Liv Shriver's in it, and she's the one, the perfect
Oh,
couple.
yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Her name's Sarah something, I think.
I have my phone if you want me to look it up.
There's no way to know.
There's no way to know.
I have my laptop right here, but that's a lot for me. My baby bopper. I'm juggling so many
Yeah,
things.
we're locked in. So, how many reviews does this have? I guess I'm skipping ahead.
This has, what does it matter? This has, that's the yard work. If it picks up, whatever. Follow us on Patreon so we can get a better setup.
Wait.
Okay, we're back.
We're back. That's
At
going to
least-
be weird to edit because while the yard work was going on, we were still kind of talking about how, in case it doesn't edit, I was wrong about the actress.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We
Totally,
used our
she's
leaf
not in
blower
White
twice.
Lotus.
She's in the movie. She's not the main actress.
And yes.
So, what does the main actress look like? I didn't even look at who it was.
Dark curly hair.
Okay, so
dark
I'm picturing
curly
some
hair.
dark curly hair.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the casting that they did is not accurate to what the descriptions are. Do you guys want to hear the synopsis?
Oh, yeah. I'm
Fuck
just
the
set
movie.
on, they don't kiss till 2:50.
Yeah. Stay
Wow.
there because.
But they're not on vacation.
Okay.
We're just
Synopsis.
hearing gossip. We don't know.
We've been recording for almost 20 minutes already. We don't know what's going on. Okay, synopsis.
Okay.
Two best friends.
But
I'm in. We have to be in.
Completely opposite reactions. I love it.
Also, I need you guys to fuck it. I don't give a fuck. This has nothing to do with the fucking book.
There's no smut to
Because
talk
of
about.
because of the teasing that y'all have been doing. And it's been, by the time this comes out, it's been a minute that, like, it's not giving too much of spoilers. But there was a scene in White Lotus
Oh.
I did not
Brothers?
like. Do not like.
I saw it all over Twitter.
brothers.
Do not like. Do not like.
Brothers.
Bio brothers.
Bio brothers together, not like group group. I don't know. I don't watch the show, but I saw on Twitter people going, "What?"
It's a threesome.
Okay.
But not like the way we read.
No. It's like jerking it.
They're to each other.
Yeah. Do not like.
Even
Do
though
not like.
Emily's constantly asking for
I
it.
hate it.
She's like, please watch the show. Please
No,
watch the
I need
show.
you guys
I
to
love
watch
the
it
show.
to be like, I don't like that. And
Maybe.
I feel
I
like
can tell
you
you now I don't like
manifested
that.
it. I feel
You
like
don't
you
know.
wished
You
it.
haven't seen it.
I feel
also
you
saw-
wished it out there for me.
You've been asking
You
for
I
it.
hate it.
forever.
I hate it. My brother's dead. You
Forever.
can't say anything to me about it.
See, now that's just wild.
You can't say anything because my brother's dead. La, 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 la.
Inappropriate.
He died of cancer. La, 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 la.
Oh my god. Where's
Sorry.
the moon? I think it's a Capricorn moon.
It's
We're
up
all just
Emily's ass.
full steam ahead.
Do I have Lilith in one of my houses?
Somewhere. Do you want me to turn my recording off and tell you where?
No, but I
Give
did.
me my iPad.
Fuck, you told me to I'm fucking. We're doing it live.
None of the book matters. See
Don't
the
read
movie.
the synopsis.
They don't fuck until way later. I saw something where it was like, I think it is, I think the girl I saw it is an Aquarius. Oh my God, like me and my shirt Aquarius, if you see on YouTube.
Oh my god.
Female rage
Okay.
is right now.
Lilith in the Bible, which
We prefer it in the Melissa Etheridge.
stay with me.
Lilith Fair.
Naturally, of course, goes without saying. She was in the Garden of Eden prior to what's her face with the apple.
She planted the apple
Eve,
seed.
thank you. Eve and Steve. She was kicked out.
Those
'cause
are
she
bio
was-
bros. Steve and Adam.
She's triggered. Her brother died.
My brother died of cancer. You can't say it.
I don't want to hear that when we're
I know you
talking
went to the
about
funeral.
that.
You were there.
Another quick side note before we start talking about the Bible.
Or dead brothers. We don't know.
Vanessa, I like how without saying, as soon as Emily was like, by the way, can I say, did you guys, something, spoilers, and we looked at each other and I could feel us both go, we've never done anything wrong
I
ever.
know. I was like, what is she about to lay on
We're about
us?
to get our wrists slapped. Okay, so in the Bible,
So anyways, this is basically Bible study. They don't fuck until the end.
Lilith was too much woman,
Yeah.
too free spoken,
sexy.
too sexual.
I bet her boobs
too
are big.
divine
Oh.
feminine. She was just like everything about you, especially as a woman, that society tells you
Sex.
you should suppress because it's not for polite company. So wherever
She's
that
too
is
hot.
in your chart is
Yeah.
supposed to be an area of your life that you have a tendency of repressing. And, throughout your lifetime, it's good if you can kind of indulge that.
I think it's maybe that it's like Lilith is retrograde. Is that possible? Is that a thing? I'll have
Anything's
to find
possible.
the post. But
Anything's
like,
possible.
it was something where it's like it went in retrograde or something where it's like basically you're gonna feel it, the collective female rage, which we're due for.
Sure.
Fuck it, you know.
Other fun
By
fact.
the time this comes out, you can be like, we're witches.
We're witches.
We did
The
it.
rage is real.
My Lilith is right next to my sun, Mars, and Mercury, which means that everything about me, I have a desire to kind of just suppress. Anyway, so People We Meet on Vacation is a book that I enjoyed. And here's the synopsis.
Okay. We're back.
Two best friends, no blood relation.
I don't know which is worse.
10 summer trips, one last chance to fall in love. By the way, keep reminding me, you were in with Two Best Friends. Vanessa, you hated it. So keep me posted on when we're in and out, because I feel like it's going to keep switching.
Oh, she's in on bio.
I bet there's no bio bros in this. I don't
But
like
she'd
that.
be in.
There are several brothers, but they're not main characters, and they don't go to bed.
Okay, good.
Poppy and Alex.
Girls' names?
Poppy is the woman.
Yeah.
Alex is the guy.
Oh, best friends?
We're good? Okay. Poppy
I
and
already ruined this by looking up who the actress was going to be in the movie.
Perfect. They're both supposed to be blonde in this, but both of the actors have dark hair.
Yes.
Which,
fine.
that works. Okay.
Yeah.
Poppy and Alex and Poppy. Remember my ex who's dead in a ditch, even though he's not?
Alex.
Alex.
I remember.
So if I meet someone named Alex, a guy named Alex, that's strike one.
Yeah.
So this was
Get
hard
outta
for
here.
me.
Our time is limited.
Yeah. Poppy and Alex and Poppy, they have nothing in common. She's a wild child. He wears khakis. Sexy. You're both out. Okay. She has insatiable wanderlust. He prefers to stay home with a book. Relatable. And somehow, ever since a fateful car share home from college many years ago, they're the very best of friends. Are we picking up on the when Harry met Sally of it all?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
For most of the year, they live far apart. She's in New York City.
Hey, we're back.
We're back. And he's in their small hometown. But every summer, for a decade, they have taken one glorious week of vacation together until 2 years ago when they ruined everything.
Dun, dun, dun.
'Cause they touched each other?
kissed.
They hooked up with brothers.
Nuh-uh.
No, they didn't.
It was a foursome.
Nuh-uh.
They haven't spoken since.
So what happened? They kissed or they fucked?
They haven't spoken since. They ruined everything.
It's ruined.
It's ruined.
The world tour is ruined.
It's going to ruin the tour.
So we don't know yet.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell us.
There's no way to know. Poppy, I didn't read the book. Poppy has everything she should want, but she's stuck in a rut. When someone asks when she was last truly happy, she knows without a doubt it was on that ill-fated final trip with Alex. And so she decides to convince her best friend to take one more vacation together, lay everything on the table, make it all right. Miraculously, he agrees. Now she's a week to fix everything. If only she could get around the one big truth that has always stood quietly in the middle of their seemingly perfect relationship. What could possibly go wrong?
That they like each other?
How will they overcome this huge hurdle in their relationship that they are both pretty much in love with each other from like
So stupid.
early on?
I bet they have to communicate or something.
Ugh,
crazy.
Get out of here. No.
So where's this vacation?
Ooh, where do they go?
So they go to Palm Springs for the current. And this is the thing. The book, like every other chapter is a flashback. So that's why I was like, I'm gonna need to look at my notes a lot because the way that things are revealed to you is not chronological. So I have to keep like
so like it's happening real time and then we're flashing back to
Yes.
like before the
a
last
vacation.
trip.
The first time they met, 7 summers ago.
Current times.
Yeah.
Is that how the top chapter is labeled?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says this summer or like 8 summers ago.
And who's POV? Just hers?
Third
or?
person?
Hers.
Oh.
I like how I was like, I don't know.
Because they're jumping
no way.
around so much, I bet they couldn't.
It's already so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is like one of the proper rom-coms where like there's so much like dialogue, there's so much like backstory on the family, there's so like in the books that we usually bring for the podcast, they're
There's
usually
no
like
story building.
what is the vehicle to get us to fucking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is like who are we as people and what are we wearing and what's the scenery like and the weather
Yeah.
and the like it's a lot.
Okay.
She's short and has wavy blonde hair, so Emily Bader, dark curly hair, right? She's kind of like a dog person. She's loud and eccentric, and she loves wearing loud, patterned, vintage clothing.
Okay.
He is buttoned up, tall, sandy hair. He's very fit, very into health, fitness and stuff. Hazel eyes. He's more of a cat person because he's very like control anxiety. Like he's not very outgoing.
How old are they?
30 at
Okay.
current times. They met the first year in college.
Did they ever make one of those pacts? Like, if we get to 30 and we're not married, let's just get married.
They did not, because they've just been like just friends for this whole time. Like, so they're not even going to cross any of those lines.
Do they ever, when they flash back, do they like be like in When Harry Met Sally, where he's like, he's dating this girl for a while and she's dating this guy, so it's a lot of that. Is it very Harry Met Sally?
It's very Harry Met Sally.
So you can picture a young Meg Ryan for her.
Exactly.
And caftans, because she's in Palm
I
Springs.
was. At first, when I was trying to picture like blonde but like buttoned up, I was kind of picturing Chris Evans, because I feel like he could do the very like sort of like khakis
uptight
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of picturing Charlie Hunnam, but then there's a line in the book somewhere where he's a high school literature teacher back home in Ohio, and one of his students told him that he looks like Ryan Gosling got stung by a bee. So then I was just picturing Ryan Gosling.
Okay. I'm into that. He's cute.
That works.
Yeah.
What was the question?
So what happens in this book?
Yeah.
So what?
Current time, book opens up. She works for a travel, like she ran her own travel blog for a long time called Pop Around the World. And
His
now,
name's Poppy?
yeah.
So she back in New York?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
She works now for a magazine that's called Rest and Relaxation, and she does stories on vacations and stuff, but now all her trips are like paid for in full by the magazine, so they're like fancy and stuff, where hers used to be like how to vacation on a budget.
Yeah.
So
And he's in Ohio.
he's in Ohio, and he's a high school teacher. He's in Ohio because he has 3 younger brothers, and when he was 6, their mom died, and his dad was understandably like depressed and grieving, and so he stepped up and was like, I'm going to take care of my brothers, and I learned how to mix up baby formula, and so he's Mr. Responsible.
Boss
Yeah,
baby.
he had
Gotta
to grow
stay-
up too fast.
Yes. So now he can't let loose. Her family is very eclectic, artsy, like they kind of have a hoarder house, and so she was sort of like teased her whole life in Ohio, so she couldn't wait to get the hell out of Ohio, even though she loves her family. And he was like, I have to be in Ohio for the family. So
Okay.
so many hurdles.
So much.
But they haven't talked in 2 years.
They have not talked in 2 years.
because something happened.
Yeah.
something happened.
They ruined the tour.
They've ruined
Yeah.
the tour. And the entire book,
Is leading up to that.
something happened to ruin the tour. We don't know what it was.
Is it that we find out what ruined the tour at 250 something? It's a flashback. It's not
After
even
that.
a current.
After that, it's right near the end of the book.
Is it what we think it is?
He wants to get pegged.
Oh, he wanted one of his. No,
What?
I'm not saying it.
Brothers
He wanted
are
one of his
gross.
brothers.
Yeah, you brought it up.
I hate it.
Pervert.
Who's
I hate
it always
it.
bringing it
You
up?
gotta watch White Lotus. Okay.
It upset me.
They haven't talked in 2 years, and she's feeling restless. She used to get excited for vacation. She doesn't really have any like joy in her life, and her BFF Rachel is like, "Girl, you had a goal, and you met that goal, and now you feel listless. Like
It's lonely
it's
at the top.
classic millennial shit, where it's like, well, now what? I think
Yeah.
that's maybe just humanity, but like, sure,
Yeah.
millennials.
Sure, millennials.
Sure, millennials. Just blame it on us.
Fucking avocado toast.
But she could do it on a budget, even though she's like, I don't even care about these expensive trips. I love to do the budget ones with you.
It was
And
more
your
about
Ohio
you.
teacher, yeah.
Yeah. So she texts him, "Hey," period.
Do you get the text message like conversation? In the,
Yeah, but it's not like bubbles in it, you know, where it's.
I kind of like when they do the
I,
bubbles.
I like when they like
Yeah.
make it look like a phone. Yeah,
So it's not like that.
it's not like that. She says, "Hey," and then she's panicking, going like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I just said that." And it's kind of awkward. They they make like little jokes, and it's kind of like, okay, like we've communicated, like let's see where this goes. And then we flip back to their first meeting was in college. He is wearing, it's like a freshman orientation, and he's wearing the University of Chicago t-shirt, and she's like, "Oh, do you go to University of Chicago?" Like joking, because they're obviously at the orientation, and
Oh, right.
he's like thrown like, "Oh yeah, I spilled something on my shirt," and she's like, "Oh, I what?" Like it's very, like they're just very like awkward and like, "All right, have a good freshman year," and that was like their first meeting. They weren't like, "Wow, I love you,"
Yeah.
but then a mutual friend is like, end of freshman year, he's looking for someone to carpool back to Ohio, and she is that person. So they spend the entire time going like, "Oh my God, we're so different, but we love talking to each other. That's amazing. Are we maybe soulmates?"
Isn't that literally how Harry Met Sally started? That they were driving
Yes.
home together from
Yeah.
college? Okay.
Yes.
His girlfriend was friends with
Her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
What was I gonna ask?
Why don't they have sex?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, does her family still live in Ohio?
Yes.
Okay.
And she does love her family. She feels very protective of them.
I
But
was just curious if she has
They're very
reasons to go
eccentric.
back.
she feels a little bit like the fifth wheel in her family because her older brothers, Parker and Prince.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Parker, Prince, and Poppy.
Yep. Those are their names.
Okay.
So her two older brothers are closest to each other, and her mom and dad are closest to each other, and she's also there.
Nah, I feel that. Yeah.
Michael Jackson is their dad.
What?
What?
Wasn't one of the babies named Prince?
Oh. I thought we were just naming Prince, the
Yeah.
singer, and then Michael Jackson. Let's throw it yeah.
Yeah.
Her dad
Prince
is
Michael.
Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a little embarrassed of her family. Yeah, they carpool back home, whatever. And then currently she's like, hey, what if we did another trip? And he's like, oh, I can't. I'll be in Palm Springs because one of my many younger brothers is getting married. And she's like, that's so funny. The magazine is willing to pay for me to be in Palm Springs. What if you just extended your trip a little bit before the wedding stuff and I'll meet you out there and we'll have just like old times. So the magazine is not paying for it, which she cannot tell him because she's like, no, we have to be really careful because our friendship is so fragile because of what happened
Right.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, the thing that happened.
You know the thing?
Did she poop the bed?
It's so fragile. No.
Enough that they wouldn't talk, and that but she's wanting to repair the relationship.
Yeah, so she cannot bring up things like who's paying for the clearly paid for by herself, it's one of those apartment share things where hey, I'm going to be out of town, come,
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're not even at a hotel or anything?
Yeah, and the car they rent has no AC in Palm Springs in the summer, and the
Does she not have money?
There's no pool?
She lives in New York, so she has
Hey.
money, but not vacation money, I guess.
I mean, I thought that she was an expert traveler on a budget.
Yeah.
That,
Well, she's a little out of practice now.
oh, okay.
She's living the high life in New York,
Right.
seeing the Rockettes every single weekend or whatever.
She's like, fuck, it's Christmas again.
Hey.
Okay.
So she's paying. It's got to be cheap, and it is cheap. It's a studio apartment. Oh my God, there's one bed. Of course,
Oh, how convenient.
there's one bed, but it's not very sexy. It kind of is, but there's also in the pictures, it looks like there's two beds, and they realize the chair by it is a reclining chair, so that's what that actually is. The second little bed.
Yeah.
So they argue about who's going to sleep there, and she gets migraines if she has bad sleep. So he's like, I'll sleep there, but it turns out he gets back spasms if he sleeps. So they have to sleep in the bed together.
Might as well. I mean, you've been friends for a long time.
Plus, what happened?
And what happened?
What happened?
Stop looking at
2
me
years
about
ago.
what
2 years ago,
happened.
something happened.
They cannot even speak about
Was
it.
there a ghost?
Don't
We
even-
cannot speak about it.
There's no way to know until you get there.
Do not tell. So yeah, that's current times.
You couldn't get it up? What happened?
She probably queefed.
They can't talk about it. They can't talk about it.
That's normal.
I know.
Look at us.
He's so
Representation matters.
Yeah, we haven't had a queef in our books yet.
Have we? Hey, listeners.
I don't think they do that.
Have you?
It's normal.
We are looking for. Put it on the bingo card, listeners. Is there a book that you have read with smut where somebody queefs?
Yeah. Or it's just that position,
That's life. Okay, so yeah, it keeps bouncing back all over the place. So I'm just even more scattered than usual.
That's fine. We're on the ride. We don't care.
We're on the right.
Just
we don't even
up
like
and
this
down
book.
and round and round.
Something happened.
Current times, Palm Springs, they're on the way from the airport. They get a ride share with this middle-aged couple who are in bedazzled visors that say wifey and hubby because they're on their honeymoon. And they go, how do you know each other? And we're honeymooning too. And she holds his hand because this is the running joke that they would always do when they travel.
LOL.
LOL. And then,
I could say doing that if you're we're checking into our hotel and we want some upgrades.
yes, that's how it originally started.
Yeah. But you're... Oh, so she's also being LOL, remember? We were like this.
That's us, yeah. And then they always come up with crazy backstories about how they met. So this one was that they met at Disneyland where he worked as a VC, a vomit scooper. He would be near the rides near the end and make sure, which I don't know if that's a real thing. We can ask Alyssa. And
Or Emily.
I mean, I made it back to the hotel room before I puked, so...
You're so brave.
Yeah.
But we cannot talk about that.
But I looked at the plants that I could puke in.
You were ready for your options.
Oh.
And then she rode home in the cash cab.
Basically. God. Kill me.
Okay. He says that she worked as
Is he playing along as well?
Yeah,
So
he
he's
says-
having a good time.
He says they met at Disneyland. She says he was a vomit scooper. He says she was playing the character Mike Wazowski, the little green alien from Monsters, Inc.
That's cute. That's cute. I'm in.
And then he's like, it was love at first sight. And then the husband the older husband is like, love at first sight, like while she was in costume, and she's like, I have really good legs.
I love it.
It's
I'm
just
into it. That's
silly,
cute.
you know? You get more background on her bullying. When she was in middle school, there was this girl named Kim. Do not Kim.
Do not like Kim.
Do not Kim. She put gum in her hair, and then she had to get her hair cut, and it was like a bowl cut, and it was very bad. And then she talks about how Kim told everyone in her class, if you talk to Poppy, none of you are going to be invited to my birthday party. And her birthday party was going to be so cool.
Kill Kim.
Kim's a bitch.
Kim sucks.
Get out of here, Kim. And then she was in high school freshman year, and Jason Stanley tried to kiss her, and she was like, oh, Jason, I don't feel that way about you. And he was like, okay, cool, and told the whole school that she gave him a blowjob in the janitor's closet. So then they all called her Porny Poppy, and she's just like, I gotta
Porny Poppy?
Porny Poppy.
It's not even.
So,
Good.
yeah, and then she loves her
Prostitute
family.
Poppy. Pee-pee Poppy.
Porn star Poppy.
Porn star Poppy.
Yeah.
Penis Poppy.
Yeah.
Poopy.
Poopy Poppy.
It's another P word I ain't gonna say.
Pussy Poppy.
Thank you.
It's educational.
Pussycat.
It's bullying.
This is one of our only episodes ever that's going to be like guaranteed to be okay on YouTube, so we got to keep it together.
Ramp it up. Pump those numbers up.
Yep, join us on Patreon. Okay, so
I thought you were safe.
she loves her family. She feels like the fifth wheel. And then Alex, when they're like having like the sleepover where they're like, oh my God, we're telling all our secrets. He just says, I bet you were adorable with the bowl cut. Swoon,
Is
right?
he saying that the first time they met or now?
Now.
Now.
Well, we jump back to a vacation when they've been friends for a while.
When,
and they're talking in the middle of the night because they have one of those sleepover, like, oh my God, we're telling all our stories to each
but
other.
not Palm Springs.
Not Palm Springs.
Okay, Palm Springs
This
is
he already
current.
knows.
Palm Springs is current.
Okay.
And it's very hot.
Yeah. There's no AC.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, Palm Springs, one bed. Okay. Is he getting back together with Sarah?
Sarah.
Current day.
Yes.
Palm Springs.
Sarah and Alex have been together twice before and broken up, and she thinks that probably based on him not mentioning her or like not really I don't know. She thinks, I wonder if they're going to get back together again. She is also a high school teacher in Ohio at his same school, so it just seems like he's gonna like settle down.
Pop out some babies.
They're both there.
Raise
You're
them in
here,
Ohio.
I'm here.
He wears khakis.
Right. He's
you
very
know.
uptight.
Yeah. She's in New York, seeing the Rockettes.
That stuff happened 2 years ago.
They can't talk about it.
Don't talk about it. It's 2 years ago.
Can't talk about what happened.
No.
The peanut butter.
Yeah. Well, we can't talk about it.
We can't talk about it.
So, yeah, the AC in their room is broken. So when they get there, it's set to 80 degrees, and they're like, "Oh my God!" And then they try to set it down, and then it gets hotter, and then they try to. It's a whole thing.
I know
You
that
have to
game.
sleep naked.
Basically, everything that she's trying to do to be like, "We're gonna go do this," she like is trying way too hard to make
Yeah.
it fun and make it like old times,
And it's not working out.
like every time they do something, something goes wrong, or he gets really like dizzy because of the heat, and like it's just a mess. He genuinely wakes up at like 5 a.m. and his back has been spasming because of the chair that he was sleeping on. And she's like, oh my God. And that's when she finds out that around 2 years ago, after what happened, and they cannot speak about it,
The thing that we cannot talk about.
he started having back spasms that are stress related.
because of the pegging.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We cannot speak about what happened, but soon after that, he had stress-related back spasms.
He was very upset.
He was very upset. So he pops
Is
in.
it edging?
He
Remember
hasn't
that one
come since.
Is it edging you if I told you that we don't even kiss till 2:53? He hates asking for help. There was one time in college where he had strep throat and just like didn't talk to her, and she was pissed, and then found out from his roommate that he was sick, so she made him soup and went to go give it to him, and he wouldn't open the door because he was like, no, you'll get sick, and she kept wanting him to open the door. So in the hallway in like his dorm, she just started yelling, I'm keeping the baby.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, fine, get in here. These kids.
He liked it.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it's cute.
8 years ago, they went to San Francisco. That's when they first started doing the like, oh, we're honeymooning. She has a boyfriend named Julian. Turns out she just found out that he doesn't ever want to get married. And they're a little drunk because they were doing wine tours, and she's sad. And she's like, I'm going to die alone. And he says, I love you, hugs her, kisses her on the forehead, and says, and if you want, we can die alone together.
Oh.
So it's not a pact if we're 30 and having back spasms, we'll get together in Palm Springs, but it is like, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Platonically,
Ooh.
not after what happened
2 years ago.
in Croatia.
Was it in Croatia?
It was.
Game of Thrones.
It's already too many details.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, and then she's drunk and she's like, sleep with me in the bed. Go to bed.
Go to bed.
But just
Don't touch me. Go to bed.
Just sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in Palm Springs, he goes, oh, my laptop, we can watch Netflix. And so she pulls up his laptop and sees that he applied for a teaching position in New York.
She lives in New York.
So do the Rockettes.
Whoa.
Wow.
Christmas.
And then
Dun, dun, dun.
she's like, oh my God, Tom Blythe, Ryan Gosling, get in here and tell me, what is this? And
Yeah.
he's like, I'm still undecided. I have some things to figure out in Ohio.
Family.
Sarah.
Oh.
Are they getting back together? They've broken up 2 times. And then
Just get rid of her.
Killer.
Poppy doesn't want to get married and have kids and all that stuff. And she's like, it's not that I'm against it. I don't want you having those things with Sarah because she takes you for granted.
She doesn't love you the way I love you.
Yeah, but as best friends.
Right.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to get married and have kids?
That's what Alex is saying. He's like, you don't want those things. I do. You don't understand. You don't understand my life. Kind of
Right.
that
Yeah.
thing. And she's like, it's not that I'm against those things. I don't want you getting married and having kids with Sarah because I think that she takes you for
Oh,
granted.
got you.
And
But I was like, didn't she just break up with Julian because he doesn't want kids? I'm so confused.
Yeah. And then they hug and he kisses her on the head. And then she thinks to herself that she has to suppress everything his mouth did in Croatia 2 years ago.
Clue. Was it what his mouth did or said?
Or didn't do.
Went on her
butt. Maybe he tossed her salad.
Yeah.
7 years ago, they...
That's all she wants now.
Oh my God. With peanut butter. And ranch dressing.
Oh, yeah. Like fucking Hidden Valley.
Ugh.
That ranch come.
7 years ago, they went to New Orleans. They're dancing in the street, and she read a short story that he wrote, and she's like, oh my God, for the first time, I love him.
You're an amazing writer.
Wow.
Made me love you.
Oh, wow. You're so creative.
Palm Springs, it's hot. And they're workshopping his Tinder. Because she's like, you can't just settle
She's
for
being
Sarah.
cool.
Yeah. We're best friends, Vanessa.
They're just friends. The thing that happened 2 years ago, we can't talk about it.
No more peanut butter.
Right.
So
I like how that's what you're leaning into.
she thinks it. I don't know what you're leaning into,
She's
but
the one that read it. She knows.
you're the one who's talking about brothers all the time.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
They're workshopping his Tinder, and then they're like looking through his like potential matches, and he's very picky. And then he swipes right on a kindergarten teacher looking type, and she's like, "Of course, men want the like sweet woman who's going to settle down and be kindergarten teacher, and none of them ever want to be with women like me who are like traveling and seeing the Rockettes and
Yeah. Lilith.
loud. Yeah, Lilith.
Ah.
We're witches."
Rage.
Evil.
So then she's mad, and then he's like, yeah, but those women think I'm boring. And she's like, that is not true. I would have swiped right on you. And he's like, I would too. I would
They said
too.
that?
Yeah. Ooh, sexual tension. Thank God there's that back spasm, making sure that they can't do anything about it, she thinks to herself. Saved by the back spasm.
That the thing that she wants to do.
Yeah. The entire time, every time she realizes she wants to do something, she's like, whoa, we can't hang out in the room anymore because we got a little too intimate. So we got to make sure that tomorrow's agenda jam-packed full of stuff.
Right, because
We
of what
can't
happened.
fall into the sin of temptation.
Yeah. Temptation Island.
Plus,
Back spasm.
Croatia,
Ah.
2 years ago
What his mouth did
with the peanut,
Peanut
butter.
butter.
with the peanut butter.
So they wake up in bed together.
Do they ever like wake up cuddling on accident?
Sort of. They're facing each other, and her thigh is up on his hip, and he is holding her
Ugh.
thigh. And then she's
Ugh.
like, oh my God, I better get up before he
Face
realizes.
to face. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to feel you breathing on me.
Yeah,
breath.
cuddling is for awake times. And when it's time to
Yeah.
Cuddling
sleep,
is you spoon.
I'll take the
Yeah.
entire bed if you don't mind.
you
Yeah.
behind me.
Yeah,
Not
and
too
then
much.
you go to your side and we go to sleep, which
Yeah.
is a solo activity.
I
Yeah.
might stretch a foot over and touch that way.
Sometimes I sit on my stomach, I'll sleep.
Yeah.
I'll stick a hand over.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll place a hand. Or I'll demand a hand placed upon my back.
Yeah. Can you just not that spot, put it on
Yeah.
this spot. Don't move it, just the weight.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. And then he slithers out to go play video games with Vanessa's husband.
Yeah. Eric wakes
You're
up.
tired, right?
Yeah. Go to bed.
They wake up in bed and she's like, oh my God, this is intimate. I better get out of here. So she gets out of there, sits up, and then he sits up, and then they both realize he has a huge boner.
Oh.
Well, he's asleep.
It's natural.
It's normal, like queefing.
Yeah. It's like a male queef. You can't help it.
The boner is a male queef. Don't be embarrassed.
Morning wood. It's fine. It's natural. You don't even know.
Fine.
That would have been a perfect time to do the lazy position.
So does he put a pillow over it?
He puts his hands.
And then he
Is it
grips
big?
his ham, and then he jerks
They don't
it.
talk about whether or not it's big. They both just go like, oh,
Oi! Oh. She's like, that reminds me of Croatia.
oh my God, we're both human people. Oh no. Yeah, so then they kind of just like sidestep it, get ready for the day and leave.
Don't perceive my boner.
He's like, I'm going to go take a long shower.
6 summers ago, they go to Vale, and at one point she's talking about how like, I don't think like they're lonely, but they're not. She's like, I don't think I'll ever be lonely again in this world as long as you're in it. Bestie. And then he's like, I didn't know I was lonely till I met you. And he like found all these new parts of himself after like being friends with her. And it like I didn't exist before, like you invented me. Besties. They go hiking. She trips and hurts her ankle, and he carries her down the mountain.
Yeah.
Wow.
Coming down the mountain when she comes. Yard work.
Yeah. I
Pause.
You think?
We think the yard work has moved away enough that we're back now.
Yeah.
There's no way to know.
There's no way to know. It's just like white noise.
Follow us on Patreon so we can get a better setup. Yeah, so he carries her down the mountain. It's all very romantic, but as just best friends. And then that's when she realizes that she's like thinking to herself, this was 6 summers ago, that she would rather have a part of him, like as a friend, forever
Than nothing.
versus have all of him in a relationship and risk losing him.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
classic.
Emily, okay.
Okay.
But then after what happened 2 years ago, it sounds like this plan didn't work out very well.
Mm.
Well, all the more reason.
All the more reason. 5 summers ago, Sarah broke up with him, and Sarah said that their relationship was exciting as the library where they first met.
Wow.
Sarah's not nice.
Sarah is fucking fed up because
Yeah.
the entire time that she's been with Alex, both times, his relationship with Poppy has always made her very like,
She can tell.
she can tell.
Yeah, you
Girl
can tell.
best friend is always weird.
It's hard. And this one is especially hard because they are in love with each other.
Yeah.
Right.
With,
Like she
this
could probably
going.
tell. She's like, you guys actually like each other.
Yeah.
She's like, I wear khakis, we could never. And she's like, oh, it's
She has a
scary
messy house.
to be
Yin
like,
and yang, babe.
yeah.
Get into it.
5 summers ago is after, like, Sarah says their relationship is as exciting as the library where they first met, and then they share a long, meaningful look, and Poppy realizes, oh my God, I'm in love with him.
Again.
Just now?
5 years ago.
Oh.
The first time she thought, I love him.
But then
Could mean anything.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, current times, the AC is still very broke. It's 90 degrees in there. And then Alex is like, oh my God, we should go to a hotel. This is horrible. And she's like, no, like freaking out. Like, that wasn't the plan. We have to do the vacation how we used to, where it was just like on a budget. And he's like, oh my God, Poppy, porny Poppy, we can't go back to how it used to be. Things are different after Croatia.
After what
2
happened
years ago. And what happened.
Yeah.
The peanut butter.
Yes.
Your mouth.
What his mouth did. And then, okay, so there's construction in the apartment complex that they're staying at, and the patio.
Such dog shit place that she's staying.
Yeah.
Yes, and then the patio is also like covered with all this like
Also,
plastic.
like, he's going to a wedding. Like, why doesn't he have a hotel?
Well, he's a teacher.
Yeah, but there's like
Okay.
cute little motels out there that you could stay
You could have
at.
done something else. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And it's a book.
Right.
It's a book.
Right.
But Palm Springs is a real place, from what I hear.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I'd love to go.
There you go. We should all go.
Field trip.
After we go to Mons, Belgium.
Yes.
Yeah. Why were we going there?
Because it's
We learned the
Mons.
word Mons and looked it up, and Emily goes, "Oh, it's a place in Belgium. We should do a meetup."
Yeah.
It means like pubic or
Yeah.
something,
It's
right?
like a pubic bone or
It's like
pubic
the
area.
mound of.
Yes.
Anyway, so then it starts raining. They're like, "Oh my God!" And they cut up all the plastic construction tarp that's like blocking the balcony, and they stand on the balcony in the rain, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's raining. This is so nice." And he's like, "I'm sorry for his outburst."
Your face.
Yeah, he's wearing khakis or something. He's like, "I'm sorry for my outburst." And she's like, "I don't want to lose you." And he's like, "Never. Do not lose. As long as you want me, I'm here." And she says, "I always want you. Always."
Always.
Kiss?
No.
They're getting close. They're leaning in. Chapter ends. Flashback 4 years ago.
Oh, we're getting closer to
The
2
phone
years
didn't
ago.
even ring.
Phone didn't even ring. We jump back in time.
Even worse.
Fade to black.
Father time.
This summer, their trip was canceled because she's sick. She has pneumonia, and he's staying at her place in New York to take care of her. They can't even see the Rockettes.
It's 2020.
There you go. And then this is where we're reading.
Whoa. Woo, woo. Oh, I got it over here.
First kiss. Into. It's 2:53 and 2:57. You with me?
Okay. So we're kissing and we're fucking?
We sure are.
Is this past time or present
Current time in Palm Springs, on the rain, plastic soaked.
Oh, so we
balcony.
do kiss.
We do.
Oh, I thought you were
We just had an
teasing
interruption.
us.
Like, oh, remember. Just smack my elbow. Remember when, what book was it where they were writing fanfic about Elizabeth I and Alexander the Great?
Your book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Charlie Method?
Yes.
Yes. His contact in her phone is Alexander the Greatest.
Oh.
Were you with me? We're witches.
They're totally not in love.
Anyway, they're about to do some seriously sinful stuff on a balcony that has a lot of plastic tarp and some rain.
Okay, we're reading. Oh. Okay,
I thought you said we're beating.
Okay, we're
Someone's
reading.
beating.
Okay, it's happening.
I'm beating. This summer, chapter 26. We're at present time Palm Springs.
Chapter 26.
26.
Yeah.
We're 66% of the way done with the book.
That's almost like the devil's number.
Every shallow inhale I take draws us a little closer until my tongue just barely grazes his rain-dampened bottom lip. And then he adjusts to catch my mouth just a little more with his.
The motion you just did. Also, the pitch of your voice
Drop down.
about the rain-soaked lip or whatever, you're mad. She's mad.
Rain-soaked lip.
She hates rain.
A fraction of a kiss. And then another one, a bit fuller. We come together and apart. Little gaps and short, breathless. And are they kissing?
They are kissing.
Okay. We
Which lips?
We come together and apart. The little gaps and short, breathless inhalations, nearly as intoxicating as each taste, test, scrape of his, as each taste, comma, test, comma, scrape, test.
As each taste, test, can I kiss you? How does this feel?
Just fucking do it.
He's not saying anything about causal analysis.
That's
Remember
true.
Love Light Farms? We're not there yet.
Scrape
Yeah.
of his rain-slicked mouth moving over mine. Is this okay? He asks me in a hush. If I could speak, I'd tell him this is the best kiss I've had in my entire life.
Why can't she speak?
Because his mouth is on her.
She's
Oh.
overwhelmed.
Oh, okay.
She's like,
She has so much
Is
rain
it
in her
peanut
mouth.
butter?
The peanut
yeah,
butter.
everywhere. That I didn't know just kissing could feel this good. But I can't think clearly enough to say any of this. My mind is too busy with the grip of his hands on my ass and the feel of his chest flattening mine out, his wet skin and the thin, drenched clothes between us. So I just nod and catch his bottom lip between my teeth again, and he turns me against the stucco wall, presses me back into it as he kisses me more urgently.
Urgent.
He needs it.
His khakis are tight.
Now. One of his hands twists into the hem of my t-shirt where it hangs against my thigh, and the other grazes at my stomach beneath it. What about this? He asks. Yes. I breathe.
She can talk.
She's like, okay.
She found her voice again.
His hand lifts higher, slips under my bathing suit top, making me shiver.
Are you seeing how this is a rom-com version of a sex scene?
Yes.
And not Vanessa's books?
No. Yeah, this is very
Like, you had somebody get fucked with a ladle in a sauna.
That's true.
Ma'am.
He did hit her with a
I know.
branch.
But remember that one where we were like, wow, not a lot of consent? This one, he keeps going, can I kiss you? Is this
Yeah.
okay? Oh my God, your bathing suit. Hoo-hoo, your private parts.
How long has she been wearing that bathing suit? PH could never. You gotta be careful.
pH could never.
It's raining.
There's no pH concerns in Palm Springs. It's a desert. It's
That's
so
true.
dry.
Everything dries up
Tried in
immediately.
a second.
Yeah, Netflix isn't going to have to edit any of this.
Neither are we.
You know, like Butcher and Blackbird or whatever, where you're like, good luck.
How are they going to do it?
I better be on HBO. My breath catches, heart stumbles over a beat as his fingers lightly circle. I nod. Pull his hips back to mine. He's hoard between my legs. And instantly, I feel a little lightheaded. His mouth moves over my chest, kissing me through my wet t-shirt. Just kissing your t-shirt. Just skin
They
to
do
skin.
that a lot. And I read that sometimes where he'll kiss over a shirt, over a bra. And I'm like, nails on a chalkboard?
Yeah.
Nails touching a wet towel specifically make me want to die, but the idea of biting it is making my whole face hurt.
It makes my teeth feel like they're floating. Like
Yeah.
ripping fabric with your mouth.
Vanessa's like, you freaks.
I feel like my teeth are floating. Am I on cocaine? I reach for educationally, I don't know anything.
It's so
I just
tame.
even think shrooms
She's
if your
not.
teeth are floating.
None of us are.
We don't know. We weren't in our
Stop
20s ever.
licking them.
You got to check in. It's important to check in with each other. Is anybody on cocaine? No? Good.
No.
Good.
I'd be smoking cigs if I was.
Safe for advertising.
Yeah, educational.
Yeah, that's how you know. Cigarettes.
So we can stop having yard work happen nearby. Okay, Emily.
Yes. I reach for the hem of his shirt, pull it over his head. When I toss it aside, he tries to move toward me, but I hold him back for a second.
I want to look at you.
Yeah.
Do you want to stop? He asks, his eyes dark. I shake my head. I just never get to look at you like this.
Your head's like a bobblehead. It's a bobblehead.
Like they were swimming earlier. You've seen him.
Yes. Like during the pool scene, she's like, oh my God.
Like you've seen
She never
seen
gets
him.
to blatantly like drool all over it.
You could have always looked, he says in a low voice, just so you know.
Just so you know.
Well, you could have too, I say. Trust me, he says. I did.
He did.
Oh.
He knows what she looks like.
The pendulum swing from yesterday,
Fucking rapid.
especially when it's like, I'm like, how are you saying so little and too much at the
Yeah.
same time? But then yesterday, you're like, he nodded.
0 words.
He's sitting in the dark with a gun.
And then I'm dragging him in against me, and he's roughly lifting my thigh against his hip, and I'm sinking my fingers into his wide back. His big back.
Big back.
Broad.
My teeth into his neck, and his hands are massaging my chest, my ass. His mouth moves down my collarbone, sliding under my bikini. Teeth careful on my nipple.
Careful.
Careful. Delicate. And I'm feeling him through his shorts. Then reaching into them, loving how he tenses and shifts. I push his shorts down over his hip bones, my mouth going dry. It's Palm Springs. At the feeling of him against me. Boing. And then we're on the ground.
On the plastic tarp.
Because they passed out?
In a sea of discarded plastic.
How are we here? Oh my God, it's raining.
Go inside.
No time.
They
no
need
time.
it. They don't want to break it up.
Well, there's
or
no
else it'll
air
stop.
conditioning either.
There's no AC. It's so fragile after what happened 2
years
years
ago.
ago.
Don't break the vibe.
Yes.
And he's tearing my top off, pulling my bottoms off too.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Pressing his mouth between my
Go,
legs,
brother.
clutching my ass in his hands, making me gasp and rise against him as his tongue moves over me. Alex, I plead, nodding my hands in his hair. Stop making me wait for you.
He's down there in her mom's
Wait,
area.
Mons. He's visiting Mons.
He's in mom's bedroom right
Yeah,
now.
he just landed. Stop being impatient, he teases. I've waited 12 years. So it didn't happen 2 years ago.
We can't talk about what happened 2 years ago.
But he's
Chloe
waited
said.
12 years to go down on her. Clues.
So it was her butt.
I've waited 12 years. I want this to last. A shiver races down my spine, and I arch into him. Finally, he crawls up the length of me.
Something about when they say crawl is very like...
Like Gollum, I hate it. Hands tangling in my hair, roaming over my skin, and he slowly pushes into me. We find our rhythm together, and it all feels so
What
good,
happened to
so
Mons?
electric.
He visited for a while
Yeah.
orally,
He
and
went
now he
lap, lap.
crawls up her like Gollum.
Okay.
He's
there
like,
just
"My
wasn't
ring."
much time down there.
My precious. She's like, hurry up. He's like 12 years. And then, finally,
Yeah.
he Gollum
So
calls
she's
up
like,
to
don't
her.
go down on me. I want you inside.
Yeah.
She's so eager.
Or are we just kind of like skipping over things because
I assume, we're not skipping any of the reading, but I assume
No,
that in the fade
yeah.
to blacks of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
like we're doing it, but we're not.
We're not gonna do
doing
it.
like when
it.
she lowered his shorts and the feel of him against her, she was touching his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
that.
His undercarriage.
Yeah.
We're just not saying that because we're in polite company.
Okay.
This is a Netflix film, for God's sake.
Okay.
We find our rhythm together, and it feels so good, so electric, so right, that I can't believe all this time we wasted not doing this. 12 years of subpar lovemaking when all along this was how it was supposed to be.
She really missed out.
Really blew it
Or
in
didn't
the
blow it.
janitor's closet.
Porny Poppy has been doing it wrong.
Every move of his hands, every thrust threatens to unravel me. I could have sex with you until I die. I pant. Good, he says. And he moves.
Good.
Good.
If you're gonna.
And he moves a little faster, harder. The intense pleasure of it making me buck and swear and move to match him. I love you. I hiss by accident.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because Barbara knows what was said and you don't. And
She
I
just
love
said,
you.
I love you.
She said she hissed it
Hissed it
accidentally.
accidentally.
So that's not what happened 2 years ago. And my face goes hot. Ah! And I'm not sure how to fix it. Ah. And then Alex just sits up and draws me into his lap, holding me close as he pushes into me again. Oh, okay. So they're like,
why were you so
I thought he like cradled her, like, come here.
Like, no.
Like
Like,
Father and Carrie?
he's still inside of her.
So they're like,
It's like if you're in a pool with a guy and then you just, you know.
okay.
Okay.
As he pushes into me again, slow, deep, hard, and says, I love you too. They love each other.
He loves her too.
Are you surprised?
12 years.
12
No,
years.
I'm
All
not.
it took
Wow.
was this. So that's not what happened.
There's too much pepper on my poppycock. Do you think that's why she's named Poppy?
Poppycock?
Yeah.
They could have called her Poppycock in the when she was giving blowies.
Well, Harry Met
Poppycock.
Sally hadn't come out yet.
That's true.
Oh my God.
Alex's rough hands moving gently through my hair. Alex's wide back rippling under my fingers.
Like, are we talking scoliosis? What's going on
Or
here?
talking like big back, like where he's like beefy. I don't know. Alex's sharp
He's got broad
hips.
shoulders.
He's got broad shoulders.
He has sharp hips too. He's hungry. Working slowly, purposefully against mine. His perfect arms holding on to me, keeping me there against him as we rock and clutch.
Clutch your pearls.
You didn't line this line that I hate.
What is
Alex's sweat and skin and raindrops on my tongue. Yeah, thank you, but
Oh.
I had to share. He kisses my jaw and throat and my shoulder, his tongue hot.
I highlighted that specifically for you.
Hot.
Hot.
And careful. It's too hot.
So you don't mind a hot tongue?
She
no,
does.
it's gross.
Well, you didn't say any gross stuff till just now.
Yeah, I
mouth,
said his
hot
hot tongue. His tongue hot, yuck.
Ugh.
And careful against my skin.
You said it like you liked it.
You liked it.
I love you.
I love you. He lies back and draws me on top of him, Froggy style. And this is the best yet because I can see so much of him get to every place I want. Alex Nilsson, I say breathlessly, you are the hottest man alive. He laughs just as breathlessly and kisses the side of my neck. And you love me.
You love me.
My stomach flutters.
So stupid.
I love you, I murmur this time on purpose. I love you so much, Poppy, he says.
Poppycock.
Poppy, I love you. And it's not
Isn't
just
that
because
like
I'm
a
inside of you.
snack? Poppycock?
Yeah.
Sure. Yep. It's some
Like
sort of food.
peanuts?
It's a saying, and then there is like
Popcorn and
yeah,
Well,
like a
peanuts.
Cracker Jack type
Yeah.
snack.
Billy Crystal says there's too much pepper on my poppycock. Poppycock? I don't know.
When he's doing his like his little
Poppycock.
poppycock.
Yeah.
Too much pepper on my poppycock.
In that Russian accent of his?
Yeah.
No.
I need to watch that so I can learn to do Russian again.
It's not.
Oh. And somehow, just the sound of his voice tips me over the edge, and I'm coming undone. We are together.
Together. Because they are in love.
And because they love each other.
They're in love.
This is the first like really like I love you, no, I love you, no, I love you. When do we get to the 2 years prior? I gotta know what happened.
Close it. Close it.
skip.
All right. So,
There
yeah.
were like 3 chapters that I just blasted through and it still wasn't there.
Yeah, good luck. It's
was like
like
this
at
summer,
the
last
very
summer.
fucking end. So then they do like a flashback, maybe, I don't know. But then they're like the next morning, they're like, "Are you like they don't know if you feel awkward? Do I feel awkward? Or do I
They
feel
weren't
awkward? 'Cause
drunk.
you, I know. So they're like, what does this mean now? But they don't talk about it. And so then they do talk about it, and it's like, do you regret it? No. Do you regret it? No. Oh my God, let's bang again.
Crazy.
But it's a fade to black sex scene. There's no, you don't see it. They're like, he's like,
So
we
is that the only sex scene in the book?
only sex scene in the book.
Mm.
I looked it up ahead of time on my, and the rating system of out of 5,
Was one.
this was a 3, where there
3?
is.
This is not 3.
What?
Oh,
No, hang on. 1 is like nothing.
Yeah.
2 is like some makeout, you know.
How
Like a
can
kiss.
one be nothing? You shouldn't even be on the scale.
Do not.
Right.
This is
don't write this
one.
book.
Yeah.
Vanessa. 3 is at least one scene with euphemisms for the language, for the body parts. And then
Like
4.
my core.
Yeah.
My sex.
Yeah, my mons.
Right.
I don't know. And then 4 is where it's at least a couple of scenes, explicit language, and 5 is a Vanessa book.
I feel like they need to shift it down a little because even still, like within the range of like, I feel to me a 3 on the spice level, if you're gonna get a chili pepper, is like Liz Tomford.
This is on the romance subreddit, it's a bot that rates and tells you. So like, I know I don't bring 3s, I do 4s.
Right.
If it's 3 or below, I'm like, I'm not bringing this. But this one, it's gonna
so
be a
popular.
Netflix movie.
Yeah.
I did really like this book. It's just not, there's
Spicy.
no pearl clutching. You're clutching your pearls because you're like, they don't kiss till
Ooh.
when?
What
Anyway.
if Netflix? What if Netflix gave us money because we talked about this?
Thank you so much, Netflix.
Thank you, Netflix. I'm
They would
sponsored by
never.
Netflix. Watch this movie. It's probably way better.
We know who the actress is.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they are like, oh my God, we both want to bang again. That's great. And we have already said I love you. So like, I don't understand the next morning vulnerability of like, what are we now? You have your best friends for 12 years. You banged and you said you're in love. Like,
And he
what is the
was
risk?
filling out applications for New York.
You're already there. Yeah. So then they're like, oh my God. And then like the entire time they go to all the like the rehearsal dinner and the wedding for his brother, they're like a couple. And everyone is like, fucking finally, thank God. Like,
right. We love her. She's part of our family.
fantastic. And then when they're leaving, she talks about how like, I really needed this. This was really great. I was feeling kind of like I was stuck in a rut and like this like totally revived me. And he takes that to mean she just wanted to fling on a vacation. Like, not so literally, but he's like, I don't want to be the guy that you can't see a future with. Not what she said. I don't want, like, we have to make sure we want the same things out of this. So
They do.
go home, go to bed, go to New York, and see the Rockettes, do what you got to do, figure out what you want, let me know. I'll be in Ohio. So she starts therapy, representation matters, and her therapist is like, queefing is normal. And she's like, I do want to be with him. And so she goes to find him in Ohio, and she's like, I want to be with you. I don't like my travel job. I liked traveling with you.
Right.
So I'll move to Ohio if you want. And he's like, I don't need to be in Ohio. Like,
My
Fuck
family's grown up.
yeah, they're adults and they'll figure their own stuff out. So I can wear my khakis in New York. So yeah, then they're like, oh my God. And then there is like a brief, like, she's like, I want to be with you. And he's like,
What happened 2 years ago?
thank you. Then, because when she goes to the small town bar in Ohio and she's like, I want to be with you. And he's like, I don't know if we want the same things. And then you get the flashback of they made out real hard and almost had sex, but they were drunk. So he stopped it. And then they did not speak for 2 years. No peanut butter, no butt stuff. They just fell into an intimate moment, made out, had a little bit to drink. So before they had sex, he was like, we should stop. The hardest eye roll I've ever seen Emily do. She's fading fast.
Clear.
Oh, Lord.
Again, the pendulum swing from last episode to this one. Oh my God.
We kissed and then...
She thought he regretted it because he stopped it. He thought she regretted it because she was drunk and he wears khakis. So how could she possibly want to be with him? Like, they just went, this is weird, and then stayed silent and had back spasms for 2 years.
Because he was too tense. Okay, well...
Okay.
Okay.
And then they realize they're back at the bar, Current Times in Ohio, and she's like, oh my God, this is our song. No, we should be together. And he's like, okay, yeah, we'll be together. And then look at that. It was easy as that. I did like the book.
It's for what it is.
Yes.
For what it absolutely... This is a book that you could tell a friend who does not want anything spicy, who wants a cute rom-com.
This is a cute rom-com. It is the lane that it is in. It is speeding down the lane. It is great.
It's just not a lot of tea.
Not a lot of tea. Which is
Right.
why I was like, please be high energy and silly because I don't have a lot of gossip.
Yeah, it's a...
It'll be a good movie.
I mean, that's to say, it's too similar to When Harry Met Sally.
if you're going to try to be When Harry Met Sally, give up before you start because that's untouchable.
Right.
Yeah.
It is a good book, and I'm not knocking. I've read her other books. Book Lovers is my favorite.
Really?
Oh my God, it's so good.
Oh.
I loved it. Yeah, okay, so Goodreads, because I
What do
have
they
like
think?
45 minutes of Goodreads stuff to talk about.
I mean, it has 1.4 million reviews.
1.4 million ratings on Goodreads, 3.86. Amazon has like 75,000 and has it as a 4.3.
Lots of friends.
Lots of friends. There are some reviews that I go through, but the ones who just rated it, 20 of our friends gave it 5 stars, 12 gave it 4, 8 gave it 3 stars, Lexus gave it 2 stars, 11 marked it as read. Zoe is currently reading it.
Okay.
Oh.
When this comes out, Zoe, Where
Really?
you at? Did you figure out what happened in Croatia?
I feel like 11 is one that, is that someone's username?
No, 11 marked it
Oh,
as red.
okay.
11 people marked it as red. And then 21 people marked it as they want to read it. And then our friends who left written reviews, Gab gave 5 stars, said, what a great pick for book club. This was so fun.
It's a good book club book.
Yes. The other 1 stars, like the regular 1 stars, they completely fucking disagree. But Grace and Gabby gave it 4 stars and said it was an absolute delight and a very fun listen. Samantha said there was 3 stars. There's nothing specifically wrong with this book. My problems with this book are personal. All I could keep thinking of was poor Sarah, if you know, you know. The way these characters chose to act in some of these situations really rubbed me the wrong way. I was screaming from the rooftops to stop pulling other people into their unhealthy, unhealed trauma dump of a relationship.
I'm into that. Because, you know, he's probably telling Sarah, no, I swear I want to be with you. I want to be with you. And she's like, he's
don't feel
gaslighting
that
her,
way about
where
her.
she's like, I feel like there's something between you guys.
He had a crush on her in college and they dated and it was great and it was fine. But if he had never met Poppy, he probably would have been a lot more content. And the math adds up. He wears khakis. She probably wears khakis. Like, it's all right there.
He wears khakis. She
I
wears
wear
skirts.
vintage. Okay. Emily,
Hey.
our friend, gave it 3 stars. This wasn't my favorite Emily Henry book, but to be fair, Beach Read sets the bar insanely high. I think it's really funny that an author named Emily insists on naming her characters shit like Poppy and January. I get it. I wish I had a fun name too. Emily is fun,
Emily.
Emily, well, she didn't know we were going to read that, although she is our friend on Goodreads, so.
I was one of our friends.
Yes, I love the name Emily. Several of my friends are several of my closest friends. Emily in New York, my New York Emily.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
I only have one.
That's a pretty average name. Also, I mean, Emily Henry's a good name. Henry's name, my dead dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
She wants brothers to bang.
Ew,
Okay, so
you guys are bullying.
our friend Amy,
Is it
please,
because I have a boring name? You're bullying me?
please stop interrupting me. Our fans hate that.
They hate me.
Especially
okay.
for things that aren't funny.
Okay, let me add that in for you hate Emily. You hate. Okay.
Got it. You love the yard work. We'll get more of it because it drowns us out. Okay, Amy, our friend,
Oh,
gave
it really
2
is
stars.
ramping up.
We're
Amy,
it's gonna be fine.
Amy, there's no way to know. We just scream, Amy!
Amy.
Amy gave it 2 stars and said, if I had a nickel for every time I was annoyed about a fictional character named Poppy, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
There's that Blood and Ash. I think her name's Poppy.
Oh, yeah. If that's the one she's talking about, I can see what you mean.
Yeah.
And then she said, Emily Henry is a good writer with good ideas. Don't get me wrong. I love her later works, but enough with the millennial bullshit. Poppy's character tried to have the humor of Lorelai Gilmore, but only had about a quarter of her vocabulary.
Okay.
And then actual 1 stars. I have 3.
I love it.
Elizabeth said, reading this book is like seeing your preteen cousin at Christmas and then telling you about every single inside joke they have ever had with their best friend forever, with their BFF, in one long run-on sentence as you feel your last brain cell suffocate and die.
Wow.
Yeah. From what I read, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you think that you
I
would like
concur.
the Netflix film?
I'm sure. I mean, sometimes things do translate better to.
That Tom Blythe is so fucking charismatic.
Yeah, like it'll be more cute because it's like I said, it's just like the time shift and that. Some things are better to see versus read.
Well,
Yeah,
also,
not always, but
some things are also harder to be told about. I'm sure we
Yeah.
would probably like the book if we were reading it.
I
sure.
want to see what kind of shorts he was wearing, you know?
Yeah. But I feel like telling someone about the book is kind of boring.
Well, good thing that's our entire podcast.
yeah, I think that's what we do.
No, but that's what I mean. Is like,
Yeah.
this is not, like, there's no tea.
There's there's not a lot of tea.
I had a good time, but I have a boring name, so I don't know.
Oh my
Taking that
God.
money. Emily, our friend on Goodreads, Vanessa and I love you. Is this like an Emily, like evil twin, there can only be one kind of thing?
Wait, was her name Emily?
Yes.
Oh, okay, never mind. We're fine. We just hate ourselves.
We're fine.
That's just like in good company.
I thought it was someone not named Emily
No.
saying that Emily was a boring name.
Emily
She
is her
was-
name, and she's
yeah.
like,
Oh, okay, I'm cool.
Yeah.
We're cool again.
yeah,
We're tied again.
she's struggling with her suppressed Lilith
What-
love of her name.
Let the rage out. I'm
Emily,
ready.
I love your name. Okay.
Yeah.
2 more. Susan, not our friend. Susan said, title is a lie. The story is only about this man and this woman who can't get together. They meet no one on vacation.
That's true. I would have thought it, like, whenever I see it, I thought it was like a White Lotus type thing.
Yeah.
There are a couple of like, oh, they met the wifey and hubby, and I think I realized it this morning, which was pretty quick for me. I think it's more they meet their true selves on these vacations that they've been taking together.
Ugh, okay. I don't want to meet myself. I hate myself.
So the last 1-star review is the context you need to know for this is that when they do prints of it for like this is the Russian version, this is the Spanish version. Sometimes the titles aren't exactly the same. I happened to see, because I was making sure I had the year right on Goodreads, like the different editions and stuff. I noticed that I think it's the UK version is called You and Me on Vacation.
That's way better.
Emily's in.
That makes more sense.
Back in.
Yeah.
This 1-star review, is by Diane.
Hey, hi Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
This is word for word the same book as You and Me on Vacation.
She was like, plagiarism.
1 star.
Wow.
You're not wrong.
I've read this book before.
Emily Henry.
Wow. Oh, that's funny. Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane. You did great.
You did great.
That's so funny.
You did great, Barbara.
This was a fun I was really like, there's nothing chaotic that happens in the book.
We made it chaotic.
No tea. I was so stressed. I was sweating, and I wore a sweater, and it's, hot.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my God, please be silly.
We brought it. You know?
You did.
Some
Peanut
people
butter.
might hate it, but we're here. And you made it this far, too.
If you hate it, leave a review.
No. But okay, leave a review, but do 5 stars.
Leave a review and be honest. Who cares?
Say
You're allowed to
whatever
hate
you
us.
want, but put 5
Leave
stars.
a review, because then when people are like, is this a podcast? They have that many reviews? Fantastic. Say what you want.
Yeah. You can do it on Patreon, too.
If you want.
Patreon.com/CatchMyPearlsPod. You get the episode a day early and a bonus episode each month. If you're on our Patreon, I'll see you Monday. And for everybody else, I'll see you next Tuesday.